The office lights on the 32nd floor were shutting down one by one, but Emily Carter was still typing. Her eyes burned from staring at spreadsheets for 14 straight hours, yet she kept going because she had no other choice. Rent was overdue. Her younger brother's medical bills were piling up. And the company she worked for demanded perfection without caring what it cost. Most employees had already gone home hours earlier, laughing in elevators and planning dinners with their families. Emily stayed behind in silence, rubbing her tired wrists while trying to ignore the pounding headache building inside her skull. What she didn't know was that someone had been watching her for weeks. Adrian Vale, the billionaire CEO known across the city as the Silent CEO, rarely spoke to employees directly. Cold, unreadable, and constantly surrounded by security, he had a reputation that frightened even senior executives. People said he only cared about profits. They said he never noticed ordinary workers. But every night, as Adrian passed through the office floor from private meetings, he saw Emily still sitting there long after everyone else had left. He noticed the way she secretly skipped lunch to save money. He noticed the tiny cough she tried to hide during meetings. And tonight, for the first time, he noticed her hands trembling so badly she could barely hold her pen. Emily stood up too quickly, trying to organize her files before leaving, but the room suddenly spun around her. Her vision blurred. The papers slipped from her hands and scattered across the floor. Before she could grab the desk for support, her knees gave out completely. She collapsed hard against the cold office tiles. Moments later, Adrian stepped out of the elevator and froze. The powerful CEO stared at the unconscious employee lying alone in the empty office. For a second, his security team expected him to walk away like always. Instead, Adrian rushed forward without hesitation. "Call an ambulance." "Now," he ordered sharply, kneeling beside her. His expensive suit pressed against the dusty floor as he carefully lifted Emily's head. She slowly opened her eyes, embarrassed and weak. "I'm sorry. I just need a minute," she whispered. Adrian's expression tightened. "You've been working yourself to collapse," he said quietly. "Why didn't anyone report this?" But Emily only lowered her eyes. She knew the truth. In companies like this, struggling employees were invisible. At the hospital later that night, doctors confirmed severe exhaustion, stress, and malnutrition. Adrian sat outside her room in silence while rain poured against the windows. For the first time in years, the billionaire felt ashamed. He had built an empire worth billions, yet someone working under his roof couldn't even afford proper meals. The next morning, Emily woke up expecting to lose her job for causing trouble. Instead, she found Adrian standing near the window holding fresh coffee. "You're taking paid leave," he told her firmly. Emily stared at him in shock. "Why would you help me?" she asked softly. Adrian looked away for a moment before answering. "Because years ago, someone I loved collapsed the same way, and I walked away thinking work mattered more. I never got a second chance with her." The room fell silent. Tears filled Emily's eyes as she realized the cold billionaire carried wounds no one else could see. From that day forward, Adrian began changing the company itself: shorter work hours, employee wellness programs, emergency financial support, and fair treatment for every worker. Employees who once feared him slowly began respecting him instead. And Emily? She became the first person to remind the silent CEO that success means nothing if humanity is lost along the way. Sometimes the strongest people are simply waiting for one person to notice their pain before it's too late. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share.